so Tyler could sit at the center of the family, smiling like the future had already chosen him. Then a black sedan pulled into the driveway. A man in a dark coat stepped out, with a sealed envelope under one arm. Marcus did not know him, but the moment Claire saw him, her voice changed, and before sunset, that envelope would tear open the version of the family everyone had been pretending was true. Marcus learned early that some families do not need to say who the favorite is. They show it. In the Carter house, Tyler's wants were treated like emergencies. Marcus's needs were treated like inconveniences. Tyler got the bigger bedroom because he needed space. Marcus got the smaller one because he didn't complain. Tyler got new sneakers before school started. Marcus got Tyler's old ones cleaned up and handed over like a gift. Tyler's birthday had balloons, pizza, cousins, and a cake with his name written across the top. Marcus's birthday was usually dinner at home, and a reminder that everyone was tired. His mother, Claire, had a soft voice when she wanted to control a room. She could make unfairness sound reasonable. His father, Robert, rarely shouted. He didn't have to. One cold look from him told Marcus exactly where he stood. When Tyler failed a class, Claire said the teacher was too hard on him. When Marcus brought home straight A's, Robert said, "That's what you're supposed to do." When Tyler broke something, it was an accident. When Marcus forgot to take out the trash once, it became a speech about responsibility. By 15, Marcus stopped asking for equal treatment. That was the first lesson. The second lesson was worse. If Tyler wanted something, Marcus was expected to adjust. Tyler wanted the car on Saturday. Marcus took the bus. Tyler wanted the last piece of cake. Marcus was told not to be selfish. Tyler wanted attention. Marcus disappeared. That was the family rhythm. Tyler took. Marcus made room. Tyler complained. Marcus apologized. Tyler was celebrated. Marcus was useful. And for a long time, Marcus thought no one noticed. But someone did. His grandfather, Harold. Harold lived 20 minutes away, in a brick house with a tired porch swing and a garage full of tools. He was Claire's father. He was not warm in a loud way. He didn't hug people every 5 minutes. He didn't make emotional speeches. But he watched. He watched Marcus clear dishes while Tyler sat on the couch. He watched Claire praise Tyler for dreaming big, while Marcus was treated like the unpaid help. He watched Robert slap Tyler on the back for doing half a chore, then ask Marcus why the lawn was not finished. One Thanksgiving, Tyler knocked over a bowl of gravy. It spilled across the table and onto the floor. Tyler laughed. Claire looked straight at Marcus. "Can you clean that up?" Marcus pushed back his chair. He did not argue. He had learned not to. Then Harold set down his fork. "No." The room went still. Claire blinked. "Dad, it's fine." Harold looked at Tyler. "He made the mess." Tyler rolled his eyes. "It was an accident." Harold nodded. "Then accidentally clean it up." No one laughed after that. Tyler's face tightened. Claire looked embarrassed. Robert stared at his plate. Marcus stood there with a napkin in his hand, frozen. For the first time in years, someone had stopped the machine. Not fixed it, not healed it. Just stopped it for 1 second. And sometimes when you have been invisible long enough, 1 second of being seen feels impossible to forget. After high school, the gap became impossible to hide. Tyler said college was not for him. Robert called it finding his own path. Claire said Tyler was too creative for the classroom. When Marcus said he wanted to study accounting at a state school, Claire sighed like he had asked for a private island. "You know we can't help much," she said. Marcus nodded. He had expected that. He worked nights at a grocery store. He took loans. He shared a small apartment with 2 other students. He ate cheap meals. He kept receipts in an old shoebox. Tyler stayed home. He drove Robert's truck. He slept late. And every few months he discovered a new dream. A sneaker resale business. A fitness brand, a landscaping company, a podcast, a food truck. Each dream needed startup money. Each failure needed an excuse. Robert always found both. He's learning. He's taking risks. At least he's trying. Marcus never asked for money. Not because he did not need it. Because he knew the answer would come with a lecture, so he built his life quietly. He graduated. He got a job at a local accounting firm. He paid his bills on time. He kept his car alive with cheap pots and late-night repairs. And every Sunday he visited Harold. At first it was simple. A light bulb, a leaky faucet, a grocery run. Then Harold's knees got worse. Then his eyesight faded. Then the doctor told him he should not drive anymore. Claire promised she would help. She came twice. Robert said work was busy. Tyler said hospitals made him uncomfortable, so Marcus handled it. Appointments, medication, insurance forms, bills, repairs, groceries. Nights when Harold called because the house felt too quiet. Marcus never announced it. He never posted about being a good grandson. He just showed up. That was the part Tyler never understood. To Tyler, family was something you used when you needed support. To Marcus, family was something you served even when no one clapped. One evening, after a long appointment, Harold sat on the porch with a blanket over his knees. The streetlights had just turned on. Marcus handed him a cup of soup. Harold took one sip and said, "You know your mother mistakes kindness for weakness." Marcus looked down. He did not want to talk badly about her. Even then, Harold noticed. "That's the problem with you," he said. "You still protect people who never protected you." Marcus gave a tired smile. "She's still my mom." Harold looked toward the street. "And Tyler is still your brother. But that doesn't mean you were born to carry him." Marcus said nothing. Harold's voice got quieter. "One day, they will need you. And when they do, they'll act like they always loved you." Marcus looked at him. "I don't want anything from them." "I know," Harold said. "That's why you're the only one I trust." Marcus thought it was just grief. An old man saying heavy things near the end of his life. He did not know Harold had already spoken to an attorney. He did not know there was a sealed envelope in the wall safe. And he did not know Tyler had started asking questions. Not about Harold's health, about Harold's assets. How much is the house worth? Does Grandpa still own those company shares? Is there a savings account? Did Grandma leave him anything? Claire hushed him every time, but she never looked shocked. Robert told him to be patient. "Your grandfather is old school," Robert said. "Don't push too hard." Tyler smirked. "I'm not worried. I'm his grandson." Marcus heard that from the kitchen while washing Harold's dishes. "I'm his grandson." As if blood was work, as if a last name could replace 3 years of showing up. A month before Harold died, Claire arranged a family dinner at his house. Marcus knew what it really was. A preview. Claire brought flowers. Robert brought wine. Tyler arrived late, wearing sunglasses indoors, already walking through the house like he was measuring it. He tapped one wall. "This place needs updates," he said, "but the land is solid." Harold sat in his recliner. His eyes moved slowly to Tyler. "You planning renovations?" Tyler smiled. "Just thinking long term." Claire laughed too quickly. "He's always thinking ahead." Harold looked at Marcus. Marcus said nothing. Later, after everyone left, Harold asked Marcus to help him into the den. Behind the desk was the wall safe. Harold rested one hand on it. "If anything happens to me," he said, "Mr. Wallace knows what to do." Marcus frowned. "Grandpa, don't talk like that." Harold's eyes stayed sharp. "I'm old, not stupid." Marcus looked away. Harold softened. "Promise me something. Anything. When the time comes, don't let guilt make decisions for you." Marcus swallowed. He did not understand. Not fully, but he nodded. "I promise." 3 weeks later, Harold was gone. The funeral was held on a grey Friday morning. It rained just enough to make every black coat look heavier. Marcus stood near the back, not because he wanted to, because Claire had placed him there. Tyler sat in the front row between Claire and Robert, wearing a black suit, bought with Robert's credit card the day before. People hugged Tyler first. They told him Harold would be proud. Tyler nodded like a grieving heir. Marcus watched quietly. He did not correct anyone. He did not tell them Harold's medicine schedule was still taped to his fridge. He did not tell them Harold had once waited 4 hours in an emergency room while Tyler ignored every call. He did not tell them that on most nights Harold's last conversation had been with him. Some truths are too sacred to throw across a room. After the service, relatives gathered at Harold's house. Claire stood near the front door, greeting people like she owned the place. Tyler stood by the fireplace, laughing softly with a cousin. Robert kept checking the driveway. Marcus walked toward the house. Claire touched his arm. "Maybe you should go home and rest." Marcus stared at her. "What?" Her smile did not reach her eyes. "Tyler is grieving. I don't want tension today." Marcus glanced inside. Tyler was holding a drink, smiling. "What tension?" Robert stepped beside Claire. "Don't make this difficult." There it was, the sentence that had followed Marcus his whole life. "Don't make this difficult." Translation: swallow it, take the blame, disappear. Aunt Linda, Harold's sister, heard from the porch. She narrowed her eyes. "Why wouldn't Marcus come in?" Claire stiffened. "It's not like that." Aunt Linda looked at Marcus. "Didn't you take care of Harold?" The silence was sharp. Tyler appeared in the doorway. "Oh, here we go," he muttered. "Saint Marcus." Marcus looked at him. "I'm not doing this today." Tyler stepped closer. "Good, then leave." Claire looked away. Robert said nothing. Then Tyler added, almost casually, "And honestly, Marcus, now that Grandpa is gone, what reason do you even have to come back here?" The words landed harder than Marcus expected, not because they were loud, because they were true, in a way Tyler did not understand. Harold had been the only reason Marcus kept returning to that house, the only person who had ever looked at him and seen more than a problem to manage. And now, Harold was gone. For a second, Marcus almost said something, but he didn't. He turned away from the doorway. Claire did not stop him. Robert did not call him back, and Tyler just stood there, wearing the kind of smile Marcus had seen his whole life. The smile of someone who believed he had already won. Marcus stepped off the porch and walked toward the driveway. Behind him, voices continued inside the house. Soft laughter, low conversation, the sound of a family already moving on without him. Then, just as Marcus reached the front path, a black sedan turned slowly into the property. Its tires rolled over the wet gravel. The engine went quiet. The driver's door opened. A man in a dark coat stepped out. He carried a leather folder under one arm. Marcus did not know him, but Claire did. From the doorway, she suddenly stepped forward. Her voice changed instantly, warmer, brighter, almost welcoming. "Mr. Wallace," she said. Marcus did not know that name. He only knew the change in his mother's voice. A minute ago, she had been too tired for him, too tense, too concerned about Tyler's grief. But now, standing in front of a stranger with a leather folder, Claire sounded almost pleased. Marcus looked back once. Then he kept walking toward his car. And that is where part 1 ends. Marcus had just been told to leave. Not just the house, but the only place that still connected him to the grandfather he had cared for. Tyler had made it clear. With Harold gone, Marcus had no reason to come back, and as Marcus walked away, a stranger in a dark coat arrived, with a leather folder under his arm. Marcus did not know who he was, but Claire did, and the moment she saw him, her voice became warm, her face became bright, almost too bright. So here is the question. Before part 2, if you were Marcus, would you keep walking away after being rejected like that? Or would you stop long enough to wonder who that man was and why your mother suddenly sounded so happy to see him? Because in part 2, the man in the dark coat steps inside Harold's house, carrying the folder no one was ready to open, and what is inside will change the family forever. Part 2 continues next.